Boydon, welcome, all that fun shenanigans and stuff. Here I am back for another episode of Unemployed to Untouchable, and this one's a little bit more off the cuff. I will show you what's happened since you've last been here. I just wanted to show you this game first because you can see in the top corner, this was one of the most ridiculous games I think I've probably ever seen on FM. I was literally playing it like the last game before I wanted to go sleep about midnight. I'll walk you through it. Like this, we'll watch it together. This is going to be a kind of extended highlights one, and then after this, I'll go through and then we can see what's happened since you last been here. But this game, it was something else. It's not been smooth sailing. I won't lie to you. But it's I don't even know where to start. This game it's not been going my way, and then this game just pretty much compounded everything, and it just put a cherry on the icing on the top of the cake for the little play session that I had whilst going through these games. But I don't know, it's not been going according to plan. I know a bad workman always blames his tools, but these are some pretty rusty tools that I've been using. I don't even know where to start anymore. This is gonna be so much harder than I ever anticipated it was ever gonna be, and that'll be reflected in this game. So there's their first goal, literally a punt upfield, and 4 minutes in, I was like, here we go again, another one of these games. So yeah, there was nothing too much I could do about that one. You can see we've been through a couple times already, and the main takeaway of this entire process that I've seen over the last 10 games since I've been in charge, these players could not hit a barn door with a banjo. They are absolutely useless, and it's genuinely been one of the most frustrating things ever. Like I don't really get mad at FM just because it's most of the time I'm having fun, but yesterday playing this game, it was, you know that meme where there's the guy and it's got like headache and it's focused on a little bit of his head. Mine was just FM and it was everywhere. It was my whole body. It was just red, down to pure annoyance. But I could, yeah, there was not too much I could have done considering the ridiculous scoreline shown. And yeah, of course he puts that one away when he's offside. Tit. But yeah, you'll see as the game kind of goes along. It was just like literally highlight after highlight after highlight of just goals, and I was like, what is going on? Like, I've never seen anything like this, and I didn't know what to do, because every time I'd score, I'd want to do something with my tactics, but then the highlight would just come again. And then you see there the goals that I've been conceding, they've just been annoying me even more than the team not playing well. It's just little things constantly adding up, and it just snowballs into a massive thing, and you just get to a point where you just wanna... I think it's their next goal. I think they're 2-0 up at this point. And their next goal, it completely sent me up. Yeah, that sent me. I was just... let's keep it PG. But yeah, I wasn't best pleased with my centre back, and that was 3-0 there within 30 something minutes, and I was just pretty much in shock of what on earth has this team come to, being 3-0 down. And this team were like 9th, I think, in the league. I wouldn't mind if they were first and, you know, the best team in the league, but they weren't anything special, and we were completely getting pumped. But you can see we've had opportunities in the game, and we're just blazing it. We're just completely, you know, not taking the chances whatsoever. We should have had at least 1 or 2 in that first half, and then I wouldn't have minded so much. But this game could have been even more ridiculous than it appears. I think this is the one where we scored off this. Hopefully, no, no. I think this is the start of like the million highlights in a row. I think we might score off this one, and then from here it just kind of descended into anarchy. It was just a massive free for all. It just felt like a school game where anything went, and if you wanted to score, you could pretty much score. I think you'll see that in the next one. So you can see the time there, and then literally a minute later, I think we score this one as well. No, I can't. My memory's a bit shoddy, but we do. I think we do score off this highlight. Yeah, I think we do. So we pull another one back. That was an absolutely lovely finish there from our attacking mid, Kapani. And then I think another highlight straight after it. No, this was about 6 minutes later, but you know, when they're in game, they just pretty much come thick and fast at you. Put that in. That was a lovely goal there. I love that. I love that one. I think that's 3-3 now. I think we pulled out 3-3 at this point, and then they got an highlight off kickoff. Pretty much instantly, if you keep your eye on the time, kickoff highlight, and all that elation and happiness that I felt, it came crashing down to earth like a sack of potatoes. It proper annoyed me, because I'm like, we're putting that much effort, and I think FM was just in one of those moods where it was just giving, it just went a bit mental and it didn't know what to do, so it was just giving goal highlights and highlights and highlights and just highlights. Anything that kind of happened, anything got warranted a highlight. And you saw it there as well, that goal that I conceded. And I'm just looking at my monitor, I'm just like, really? Are these the goals that I'm gonna concede today? Like, we've conceded 3 goals, I think, there, and they were from like ridiculous deflections or my player kicking it against another player. And I think they scored again straight away off this one as well. Yeah, they did. And I was just like, what? Like, what is going on? You know, that's been like pretty much every single highlight that's happened. It's had a goal at the end of it in the second half. And I was just a bit dumbfounded. I think this is 5-4, 5-3 at this point. Or 5, I don't know. I've lost count. Can you blame me? But it was just constant highlights, and I thought we got back into the game, and then we'd get pegged back another 2, and I think, yeah, so there we score again, and I'm like, right, okay. I think at this point I went a little bit more attacking, just to kind of see if I could get anything, kind of get the equalizer. And I think they got their highlight again, and I think they scored once more off this, but I can't remember because I've lost count. I don't even know what the score is anymore. But yeah, there was just so many goals flying in. Bearing in mind, I was just tired at this point, and I just couldn't be bothered anymore. And it was providing so much unnecessary stress before sleep. And I was like, is this really worth it? Is it really worth stressing me out so much before I'm trying to go to bed? But I think they get one more, or we get one more. I honestly can't remember. I can't remember the score at this point. They probably score again just to annoy me watching this back. But yeah, this game was something else. Yeah, they did. This game was something else. My defenders were just all over the shop. I think that's 6-4 at the minute. And then we get one literally lastminute.com to make it 6-5, which was an absolute peach again, but too little, too late. And that's how that finished, 6-5, with one of the most ridiculous games that I've ever watched in my life. And I just couldn't fathom it, like what was happening. At any time I wanted to kind of tinker with my tactics, I didn't get the opportunity to, because I'd just get another highlight, or they'd get another highlight, which pretty much led to another goal. So you kind of had to deal with or just take what was handed to you. And you can see that XG there. It was just ridiculous. And the stats, we should have got a point from this, if not more. But it was just one of those cases where FM just lost its code and it just started making gobbledygook on the spot, and just whatever happened went. But yeah, that's probably one of the craziest games that I've ever had. Let me show you what else has happened since you've last been here. Right, I know. I just can't explain myself. Like, you were last here for the Imoletsi game and 1-1, thought we could build off it. You know, I think these two teams were, 9th or 10th and 2nd respectively. And to get like another couple draws from that, I was like, right, okay, we're kind of on an upward spiral. I thought there was like a 3-week period within where there was no games. So I kind of just wanted to keep fitness up. So I just got a friendly against some random team and thinking we'd pump them. We didn't. We're draw specialists. If anybody wants to draw, call me, because I appear to be excelling. I appear to be absolutely excelling and getting draws in this FM. We cannot buy a win. We legit can't buy a win. So we've got points. I'd be more mad if we were just constantly losing, but the thing is, we're playing well. We're playing decent. If we were playing well, we'd be having a lot more green than orange and red. It's not really good enough because, as you can see, we're coming towards the end of the season, and pretty much every game up until then is a cup final. The bottom three in the 3rd division of the Italian divisions, they kind of get relegated. So I don't want to be here. I just don't want to be here. So as long as I can get here in this general here, I'll be happy. It's gonna be an absolute struggle, and if we'd have got just a couple more points here and there, we could have put ourselves in such a better position to kind of try and save ourselves. But it is what it is, the way the cookie crumbles, and we've got that. We've got that, which is so, it's been frustrating more than anything, because they're actually playing decently well, like I mentioned, but there's just no end outcome. I did manage to pull some players in, the first of which was Simon. Oh no, it's named Sizimon. We got him in. He was coming up to the end of his contract with Lazio, and he looked like a decent midfielder. He looked really good considering he's only 19 and he's got some really decent stats. So I think I picked him up for 100 grand, 100k. And he's been decent, to be fair. I've been pretty happy with him. The striker role, I was looking to upgrade because there was only Salvatore Caturano who looked kind of decent. And again, I just kind of looked at players who were expiring contracts in the summer, trying to get them on a cheap. And again, I brought in Michele Volpe for some backup, but he's been playing. He's not, you can see he has not done the best. He scored 1 goal, which was an absolute peach from about 25 yards, but the rest of it, he's pretty much been the same as the other strikers we've got in the club, other than Salvatore. Coccolo. I think we've got another player called Coccolo in the team as well. I'm not sure if they're related or anything, but again, for the centre back position, I just needed more oomph, and he if anything, he kind of brought in a bit of squad depth. I think he's been playing, and he's been doing decently well, as you can tell by our draws. And again, another centre back, I brought him in on loan. He's probably the best centre back we've got at the club, to be perfectly honest. And I just put him in straight away, just because look at him. He's just better than anything that we've got at the club. And then the last player I bought in was another striker. I saw Volpe, he wasn't kind of hitting the ground running straight away, and I ended a couple of loans that Cesna already had in. I think a couple players from Juventus and somewhere else. I don't even know myself. Don't really care. They didn't really fit the formation, so I just kind of sent them packing where they came from and brought in my own little spin. But that's what I brought in. But the next games we have to win. Basically, there's no kind of tiptoeing around it. We're playing last place, and then we're playing a team that's 16, 3 places above us. But again, it's gonna be a tough ask. Like I said, all these games, we have to start picking up wins. We've got teams around us that you have to play. We've got Imoletse again. We've got Carpi, Fano. We've got, is there anyone else? Ravenna, Modena. Some them lot. we need to pick up some wins. So the next games that I'm gonna bring you in the next episode are gonna be Fermana FC and Legnago. These two, we're aiming for W's. We can't afford anything else. This can't run anymore, and it would be a bit embarrassing if I got sacked in my first job and everyone just leaves and stops watching. But yeah, let me know if you don't want to watch FM anymore. I'll just go play Minecraft or Fortnite or something, and then I'll just build a new fan base. But yeah, it's been I'll just leave it there. I don't even need to outro it. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that little roundup that I gave you there. In the next couple games that I bring you, hopefully we get some green circles around about here. If you joined the video, if you're new to the channel, drop me a little subscribe if you don't want to miss future content. If you enjoy the video, drop a little likey. But yeah, I'll see you on the next one, where hopefully we've got a little bit more joy. In a bit.